Just a quick video here to talk about an exciting new development with the video feedback Fractal device, and to show the brand new monitor structures I just finished, which might be a little clue what the exciting new development is. But first I want to show the current monitor structures and how they work. I've got two cameras here pointing at HD monitors with a piece of beam splitter glass that's 50-50 glass. Half the light goes through, half the light is reflected, making these fractals. And you can change those by changing the position of the screen. This goes up and down, kind of in a low rent way with these kitchen drawer sliders. The bottom one can slide back and forth like this. And you can see when you change the rotation of the cameras and the distance to the monitors, you change what's going on with these fractals here. And we've got a little jellyfish thing going on here, kind of a plant over here. The room is a little too bright. Normally all this would be black. And you change the hue, brightness, contrast, and saturation of all the monitors with these knobs. That's what makes these HD monitors really special. The HD switchers here change the inputs to the monitors, and you can change those with the buttons here or with the foot pedals. So that's the very basics of the video feedback Fractal device and the current monitor structures. Years and years ago, I started out in SD. Then around the pandemic, when I found these monitors, I switched to HD, and the results were amazing. And I can just imagine what 4K would be like. And that's what the exciting new development is. A few months ago, I put up a video called Trapping an Image in a Video Feedback Loop. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But it got a lot of attention. A guy named Austin White reached out to me. He owns the Device Lab Electronics Repair Shop in Thousand Oaks, California. And he was excited to hear me talking about wanting to do this project in 4K and how hard that would be because you can't get 4K monitors with the analog knobs for hue, brightness, contrast, and saturation. And he offered his time and expertise in creating a hardware solution to analog knobs that will control 4K monitors. This is exactly what I've been looking for. And I'd like to say thank you to Austin for helping to make this 4K upgrade dream possible. I'm going to put the link to his website in the description. If you have any kind of broken electronics, the guy's a genius. He can fix anything. And this would be a real game changer because it wouldn't just be taking an image like this and making it sharper in 4K. Because of the iterations, each one being 4K, it'll be a much more detailed image, much more going on inside of it, on the edges, the fractals being much more intricate. Especially since these are not even full 1920 by 1080 HD, these are 1280 by 720. So the difference would just be really amazing. But I'll need entirely new monitor structures for this. So let's take a look at the new monitor structures now. So here they are. And because the project is still in beginning phases, there are no actual screens on here, just a piece of cardboard where the screens will go. And these screens will be really, really thin. A 13-inch screen that you would basically buy to replace a laptop screen. And the electronics, the control board, it'll all go inside the mahogany boxes. The screens go up and down with the counterbalance, forward and backwards, and no more kitchen drawer slider. It's all done with these rollers. These are the kind of things you would find on a 3D printer. This is all a V-slot rail. The beam splitter glass can be put just in the right place, also with the counterbalances. And the counterweights are done a little more elegantly with the strings going through the structure. And a huge change, unlike the old monitor structures where you couldn't move the monitors left or right to dial in a fractal just right, you had to move the whole monitor structure. These screens not only go up and down, but left and right, so you can dial things in perfectly. Bottom one does too. And another huge change, on the old monitor structures, you couldn't do much to rotate the monitors themselves. You could change the position of the bottom monitor 90 degrees or 180 degrees in kind of a clunky way. But now check this out. Full rotation on the bottom monitor and on the top monitor. And this is made possible with the magic of very strong magnets. There's one, some gription tape on both to offer some resistance when rotating. And you can see they got the two sliders, this way and this way. And finally, the mahogany box, where all the hue, contrast, saturation, and brightness knobs for the 4 monitors will go. Right here. And this is what it would look like. Of course, there would be cables going to everything. And of course, I would have to swap out these HD switchers for 4K switchers. And you can't find consumer-grade, inexpensive 4K switchers like you can find these HD switchers. I guess there's not a lot of live 4K switching going on in the consumer world like there is HD. So if there are any benefactors watching, please give me an email.